I decided not to leave quite yet. I was sure there was more to discover up here. It was a glass wheel divided into 6 colors, and it looked like it could be rotated. Part of the lens was covered. Marquez had told me that this was a statue of Lucifer. It was a glass wheel, just like the one held by the other statue. Part of the lens was covered. Marquez had told me that this statue was of Jehovah. The window illuminated the glass in the statue's hand. That wasn't going to have any effect on the candelabrum. That wasn't worth trying. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from turquoise to blue. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from turquoise to blue. The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from yellow to green. So the statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Only a true Gnostic would know that. Or someone who had it explained in an old... The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from green to The color changed from turquoise. The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from turquoise to blue. The color changed from blue. The color changed from magenta to red. The color changed from Cathars fleeing across the Pyrenees to escape the slaughter of the Albigensian. They seemed to be carrying something. The mountain fortress of Montsegur burning. Cathars being burned at the stake. A town of northern Catalonia. A town of northern Cat. Senor Marquez?
Yes?
Why was this room so well hidden?
After Montsegur, my ancestors were very careful about announcing their presence. Even I, as a boy, knew nothing of this place.
This fresco means something. I know it.
It is not just a historical record. There is a mystery locked in here. All those figures crossing the Pyrenees, one of them has to be carrying the real Tabula Veritatis. But which one?
So, Jehovah, he's God, isn't he?
He is the central figure in Abrahamic religions, but he represents just one aspect of our Gnostic beliefs. The physical world.
So this statue is Satan?
Not Satan, Lucifer.
Okay, so not evil?
The Church demonized Lucifer to suit their own ends. He represents the spiritual and intellectual elements of the world. Good and evil are simply products of the human condition.
You talk about balance. What does that mean?
Harmony comes from the balance of Jehovah, who offers order, and Lucifer, who brings ambition. Only under their dual influence will man become enlightened, see the light.
So you say the Cathars are Gnostics?
The Cathars were a medieval religious movement based on Gnosticism. Nowadays, we simply call ourselves Gnostics.
Wow, this Albigensian crusade sure must have been a bloody affair.
Few were spared. But it was only one episode in 2 millennia of persecution.
So the tabula is the key to the power of God?
Yes, it is an object of tremendous power.
What's the deal with these lenses that the statues are carrying?
Clearly, they change the color of light that is reflected onto the fresco.
But why? And why the different colors? Does all that colored light falling on the fresco mean anything?
I don't know, senor. That is why I need you to help me.
The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from magenta to red. The color changed from red. The color changed from yellow to green. It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. Marquez had told me that this was a statue of... The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from turquoise to blue. Why didn't Marquez want his medallion back? The green stone figure was barefoot and wearing a hat. The blue statue was missing its head. Only his robes and sandaled feet remained. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from magenta. I removed the small leather cover to reveal a crude crystal lens. Colored light streamed through and shone onto the fresco. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from green. The color changed from turquoise to The color changed from turquoise. The color changed. The color changed. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from blue. The color changed from magenta. The color changed from red to yellow. The color changed from yellow. The color changed from green to Senor?
Yes?
The color changed from turquoise to blue. The color changed from turquoise. The color changed from blue to magenta. The color changed from magenta to red. The color changed from red to. The color changed from yellow to green. The color changed from blue to magenta. That was colored light from the rotating glass wheel was refracted by the lens onto the fresco. Marquez had told me that this was a statue. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from turquoise. The color changed from blue to magenta. It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. Trevor didn't need to see the candelabrum. He'd already sensed its presence. Just what this place needed. Bit of mood lighting. If only I had a few scatter cushions. It was a candelabrum holding a single... The candle was lit. Red light from the medallion fell onto the fresco, mixing with the other colored light. It meant something, but I didn't know what. The color changed from red. The color changed from yellow to green. Marquez had told me that the color changed from magenta to red. The color changed from red to... The color changed from... The color changed from... The color changed from turquoise...
Amazing. The light is showing the path of the bonzome.
The what?
The sacred trail my ancestors took across the Pyrenees, carrying the Tabula Veritatis. From Montségur, across the mountains to this town.
And which town is that?
I don't know. That I cannot answer. But its coat of arms is quite distinctive.
But how does it bring us closer to the tabula?
It tells us the route the tabula took 800 years ago.
I think that's all we're going to find up here.
You're right. We should return to the hall. Eva will be getting worried.
Okay, we found the route of the Bonzom Trail. How does it help us?
It must somehow relate to the painting.
Papa, are you crazy? What are you doing?
I'm fine, don't fuss.
You got me out here to look after you, so let me do it. Ramon is outside keeping watch.
Georges, I'm glad you're safe. What did you find?
There's a secret chapel above the fireplace. But it's not your average everyday chapel. It's a Gnostic chapel. All laid out for worshiping not one god, but two.
What?
I'll tell you when we have more time.
You know, I found some things too, which might connect with all that. Come to the library. Oh, could you bring the painting? I think we're going to need it.